I think he's done stuff to try to bring them to the table during war.
How's that worked out?
I mean, it's tough on both sides. I don't know what you want me to say.
He's been tough on both sides? How has he been tough to Russia?
Hey, Brian, got two things for you.
Okay.
The first one, you had mentioned, like, you'd agree you'd want, like, the Democrats to investigate Trump for,
yes,
like, pretty much like insider trading.
Correct.
Would you agree with me that asking Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, two people who, you know, citizens will follow their stock trades to go from rags to riches, you think they're the pillar that should lead that charge?
No. Unfortunately, Chuck Schumer has one of the most powerful positions within the Democratic Party. But as I've said a million times, if I'm not answering your question, I'll say it again. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer need to go away. I wish they would step down. So no, in a perfect world, I don't want them to be leading that charge. I don't. Put Jasmine Crockett in charge of it. Put AOC in charge of it. I want others to be in charge of it. Listen, insider trading has been a big problem within the halls of Congress for many, many years. Unfortunately, now at a bigger level, we have the president of the United States that I believe is manipulating it, and I think it's affecting the world, not just this country. So, but yes, I don't want Pelosi. I wouldn't want Pelosi or Chuck Schumer to be leading anything right now. I've been very clear on that.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, we can agree that, insider trading, whether it's Republican, Democrat, independent, whatever it is, I think it's, we can agree that that's a problem.
Do you think that Donald Trump might have done that here with manipulation? Or do you think I'm wrong in making that claim?
I mean, I think you'd have to look at how tariffs would affect his company on its own. So, I mean, I don't.
What
really
about the Elon Musk? What about the stock of Tesla today? What about some of the
all stocks went up?
Yeah, no, I understand that, but we're talking about some of the richest people in the world. You don't think there's a possibility that maybe Donald Trump did this to make money or to enrich some of his friends? You don't think that's a possibility?
Well, I mean, that was actually going to go into my next point here. The thumbnail of the title of this broadcast, or I believe, is Donald Trump caved, right?
Well, when it comes to
something along those lines.
Sure, when it comes to the tough talk. When it comes to him claiming that all these other countries have, quote, kissed his ass, I do think a part of this was also Donald Trump understanding and maybe realizing, because many of his friends were losing money, realizing that, hey, maybe this wasn't such a great idea. So, yeah, I do think to an extent he has lied and he has caved. He certainly has to Putin. No tariffs on Russia, evil dictator. But yet let's go after China, and yet let's claim that I haven't thought about this. The White House lied about it yesterday. Caroline Leavitt, they've lied about this. They continue to lie about day after day. They lie about things, whether it's Signalgate. Oh, nothing to see here. Let's move on. Or now Donald Trump was
perfect world. In your perfect world, what would it look like if he didn't cave on it?
In the perfect world, there should.
Put the red hat on.
No, I'm not going to put the red hat on. I'm just going to be myself and answer your question, which will be, these shouldn't have happened in the first place. Okay. And I'm not talking about Donald Trump getting back into office. I'm talking about on day one, he shouldn't have been doing these tariffs. He shouldn't have been talking about it. He shouldn't have stressed out a lot of people. There'd be many people in this country that would still have their jobs and their 401ks, and the stock market would be just fine. There are other ways of lowering inflation. There are other ways of doing things. And Donald Trump is the guy that decided to implement these tariffs. And because of that, there are a lot of Americans that are suffering now, and there's chaos. So, yes, I don't need to put a red hat on, to be honest, and say that they should have never happened in the first place.
I just think that it's like, if there's a tariff and it obviously affects the stock market and people
when in our lifetime has there been 25% tariffs or 125% tariffs on China? Has that happened in our lifetime?
I'm not sure what it was.
Okay, so the answer is no. Why do you think the answer is no? Why do you think this hasn't happened in our lifetime? Is it because nobody has guts, or maybe it's not a smart thing to do because it could hurt Americans and hurt the economy? Which one do you think it is? It's one or the other.
I mean, I think it's better than bending the knee to them.
You think it's better than bending the knee to them? So would you characterize?
I think if there's anyone in the world that can stand up to them, it's us, right?
Well, when you say us, are you referring to Donald Trump?
The United States.
Okay, but Donald Trump's the president, so in essence, you're saying Donald Trump
of the United States. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So do you think Donald Trump has been tough on Russia and Vladimir Putin?
I think he's done stuff to try to bring them to the table during war.
How's that worked out?
I mean, It's tough on both sides. I don't know what you. I don't know what you.
He's been tough on both sides. How has he been tough to Russia? What are they giving up?
I would say that the continued sanctions.
Okay, what are they giving up? What is Russia giving up? We know what Zelensky has to give up. What is Russia giving up? What are their concessions? Can you name me one?
I believe it was leaving or giving back the territory that was already promised.
No, not true. Vladimir Putin has not agreed to that.
Yeah,
so what have been? You said they're tough. He's tough on both. So name me one concession that Putin has given up.
I mean, I did.
No, you didn't actually. That's factually inaccurate. He has not done that.
You could just be like, no.
Sir, I'm not saying no. I'll be very calm for you, okay? What you said is not true, okay? Putin has not done what you claimed he has done. That has not been a concession. I was very calm in pointing that out to you, that it's not true. The reason why I'm a little frustrated, sir, with all due respect, is you're saying he's tough on these countries, and you can't name me one concession or one thing that Vladimir Putin has given up with respect. That is why I disagree with you.
I also don't think that I don't think that the United States does any trading with Russia since that
$3.5 billion that is not true. $3.5 billion of trading with Russia, where Joe Biden was.
Where's your source?
Joe Biden was criticized for that by MAGA Republicans. So that is also factually inaccurate. He tariffed our allies in Canada a lot more than he did with an evil, murderous dictator in Vladimir Putin. But, sir, I appreciate you calling in. I gave you the opportunity to name one concession. You couldn't name one, but yet you still claim that he's tough on Russia. I think we understand my point on that.